Well, and then that is a great segue into what you do, which is lending.
Yeah.
So
I love lending.
Yeah. Why do you love it?
Oprah Winfrey's like, you get a house, you get a house, you get a house. Everybody gets a house.
Welcome to Sumner County. My name is James Peevahouse, and I'm a realtor in the greater Nashville area. In the world of real estate, it takes a variety of professionals working together to help you close your deals. In this series, I want to reveal all the experts involved in making your real estate dreams a reality. Welcome to Real Estate Revealed.
Hi, this is Jamie.
Hey Jamie, this is James. How are you?
Hey James, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I have a house that I want to show you. Do you have time to look at it today?
I do. Where's it at?
It's in Hendersonville. I can be there in 10 minutes.
Okay, that sounds great.
All right, perfect. See you then.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Jamie has been a mortgage originator for several years. Let's find out how she contributes to the world of real estate.
Hey!
How are you doing?
I'm good. Are you ready?
I'm so
I
ready.
can't wait to see this place.
It's gonna be fun.
All right.
Let's go.
Thank you.
You are so welcome.
So I am a total mug person.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm weird about my coffee cups too. They have to be a certain size.
Well, so I would have brought my mug, but I got it to go. So they didn't let me take the mug to go.
Rude.
So I'm in a Coca-Cola styrofoam thing.
Well, cheers. Happy coffee.
Here we go. Happy coffee. All right. Here we go.
It's a very nice truck.
You like this truck?
I do. I feel like we should be hauling something.
Well, that's what we use it for.
Yeah? What do you
Yeah.
haul?
So trash.
Super duty.
It is. Yeah, it's actually a King Ranch.
All right, where are we headed in Hendersonville?
So we're headed over to a property that actually one of the investors I work with bought the property and flipped it.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah, so we get to see the finished product and it's already sold.
One, I am not surprised. Two, though, it does make me happy that we're seeing some of these, you know, as somebody that lives in Sumner County and loves it, some of the older houses are getting renovated and loved again. And I feel like it is bringing so much more to our community. So I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I think that's a common misconception. A lot of people look at investors as someone who's trying to take advantage of someone else and flip a property and make a ton of money. But, you know, the investors I have, they all try to make it a win-win for everybody. So usually, like this house, for instance, the gentleman who owned it had two homes because he got married. And so this was the one that he had moved out of to go be with his wife. And so now he's got two properties he's trying to take care of, a lot of things going on. And we were like, hey, you know, buy it as an investment, we'll turn around and flip it. And the work that he put into it, it just made it, honestly, it's the most beautiful house on the street.
Did he do the work himself?
He did some of the work himself, but he obviously, like the plumbing electrician or electricity work, that all has to be done by licensed people.
A lot of people don't realize how hard it is to be a real estate agent.
Right.
I work with real estate agents, obviously as a mortgage lender. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, it's a lot of hustle, it's a lot of on your reputation, it's a lot of negotiating, and most importantly, taking care of your client. Real estate agents do so much more than show houses. That's the least of what they do. You can get online and look at houses.
Exactly.
What they do is they protect you legally.
Yep. Well, and then that is a great segue into what you do, which is lending.
Yeah.
So
I love lending.
Yeah. Why do you love it?
Oprah Winfrey's like, you get a house, you get a house, you get a house. Everybody gets a house.
Welcome to Sumner County.
Yeah, I fell into lending, honestly, when we moved back to Sumner County, when we were getting our mortgage. And I'm so thankful for the one statement that my lender said to me. She said, you need to get into this business. And of course, my girls were younger, so I dipped my toe in it, fell in love with it. I love it for lots of reasons. One, I get to be someone's best friend for 30 days and then have a relation with them going forward. And I really like numbers.
Yeah.
I like people and I like numbers, so it's a great fit.
Great combination. And so you mentioned your girls. You got two girls?
I got two girls. 19 and 21.
Wow.
I know.
How's that feel?
They're awesome. I just have more than I deserve.
Yeah.
It feels pretty good. It's fun. Ooh, I'm so excited. I love this area.
I know, and it's right here in the middle of everything. I mean, you go down here, you got Texas Roadhouse, Chick-fil-A, and all that stuff.
Yes, easy access.
But then, at the same time, when we get back here, you're tucked away. You feel like you're in the middle of nowhere.
What's amazing, exciting, and scary is that all of Sumner County is becoming even a more desirable place to live, as it's been for a long time. I mean, I raised my girls here, so I love it. Oh, this is really great. But there's only so many lots and so many homes.
Exactly.
And with the housing shortage, it is exciting to see the value increase, but I also, still want to have some affordable living.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And now, affordable living starts at $300,000.
Which, yes, the growth is exciting. What it can bring to the county is exciting, but also keeping up with affordability is also a struggle.
It is. So let's
go see it.
Are you ready?
I am.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Check out this kitchen.
I know, he
Isn't it beautiful?
did such a great job.
He did. And the light fixtures and all, it's very modern.
I mean, it is like brand new.
Yeah, the whole place. Yeah. Is the laundry room.
And you know what? As somebody that has done a lot of laundry, that is a great size. And anybody that does a lot of laundry is gonna want all this space. That was a great addition.
Yeah, they did a great job. All brand new appliances.
Oh, and the island has storage.
Exactly.
Great use of this space. You've got cooking space, entertaining space. This is really well laid out.
Oh, he did fantastic.
I love the white.
Yeah, it's
Every
pretty.
time I come into a house that's brand new, I'm like, I need to work on some stuff at my house.
I'll tell you some really cool things I think that's cool. Some people don't like it, but he left the old window. And I think it's very, it adds character to the house. So it's new windows in the bedrooms and in the front here. But this one and the one in the laundry room and in the bathroom are the original windows, and he just made sure everything worked well.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I do like that.
I think it's cool. And then here's the bathroom.
Double vanity. Okay, I also am a really huge fan of shower curtains. And the reason being is because you can wash them.
Yes.
What a great job.
Yeah. Oh, and before we leave the kitchen, check out this massive pantry.
I'm still hung on the laundry room, honestly. As I'm thinking, I'm like, laundry, vacuum cleaner,
exactly,
broom,
all your little
the stuff
things.
you need. This could just all be food dedicated to food, and you've got plenty of room over there.
Still more storage over there.
Cleaning, yeah.
Yeah, and this is where you live. I mean, this is where you do all of your stuff, and having it open and ready to go. I mean, I think he did a fantastic job.
So this is what excites me, and now I'm way past my first home, and this may not be someone's first home, but there's going to be a family in here that is going to love the design of this space. Yes. They're going to love this space. There's going to be laughing and carrying on, and these walls are going to have tons of great memories, more memories.
Exactly. Yeah.
Show me the rest.
Cool. Come on back. So it's 3 bedrooms. We'll start with this one. This is the largest of the 3. Yeah, this is the primary room.
Oh, and it looks over Hendersonville?
That's what I was going to show you. In this room, you can see the lake, and you can see over the top of Hendersonville. At nighttime, you see all the skylights out here. It's just beautiful views.
Place. It's such easy access to that busy part of the city and this busy part of the city.
But it's right in the middle.
I didn't even know this neighborhood was here. What kind of resident am I?
This would be your second room, second largest. Another closet, and the new windows, like I said, are all put in these. One of the coolest things is if you look right through here, you can actually see the Nashville skyline.
Now that's crazy. Now who is behind here? What's behind here?
All that land that you see back there that's got the fence around it is actually owned by Hendersonville Utility.
Nobody can build there.
Nobody's building there. You're not gonna have a house coming up.
Fantastic. So this bedroom has tons of privacy.
Tons of privacy. And then the third bedroom, good sized little room.
Like I'm seeing potential office, potential nursery,
Exactly.
potential man cave.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so fun. I'm still super excited that no one can build back
Yeah,
there.
you're not gonna have all this construction going on back there, and especially in Sumner County,
Well, and the
that's a big deal.
privacy, yeah.
Yeah, the privacy. And then again, if you stand here on the deck, you can see downtown Nashville, the Batman building and everything just from right here. So they said during 4th of July, the big fireworks show, yeah, all
Oh,
happening
that
right
is
there.
so cool.
Isn't that amazing? All right, let's sit down and have a chat.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
this is fantastic.
I think so. It's a beautiful house, huh? I think you did a great job.
I'm still torn up with the house, but also the lot.
Yeah. So tell me more about lending. What is lending?
Okay, so that's a broad question, and I think we can dig into some more specific aspects. But basically what I do and other people that are in the mortgage industry is we do mortgages for homes. So you sell them, and if somebody is financing them, they will get pre-qualified. And that's where we look at the income and your credits, and most importantly, we determine what the best product is. And that is the big misconception, is there are different products that have different guidelines that allow different people to qualify for different price points.
Gotcha.
So I use this analogy all the time, and I probably need to work on a better one. But it would just be like going down the cereal aisle at the grocery store. Like somebody says, I want cereal. And you're standing in the aisle and you're like, well, what kind do you want? You want oatmeal, you want something sweet, you want something sugary, something healthy, you want General Mills, you want Cheerios, you want Honey Nut Cheerios, you want, and loans are not one size fits all.
Gotcha.
Now there are people that qualify in every single category, and that's when you look at really what is the best financial choice for a product for the desire that they have for the property they're buying.
Gotcha. Now, so when you say product, just to be clear, we're talking about houses.
I'm talking about mortgage loans.
Mortgage
So
loans.
you
So you're
have
not talking about houses. You're talking
government
about
loans, you have conventional loans. Within conventional, you have Fannie Mae, you have Freddie Mac. They have different guidelines. You've got your government loans, FHA, which requires a low minimum down payment. You have USDA, which is a rural loan, which is in our area. We've got Portland, White House, Castellan Springs, near Airport Road in Gallatin. That's a loan that's 100% financing that allows somebody not to make a down payment. It's property specific, so you have to be in an area that it qualifies. But yeah, it has different guidelines than FHA, which has different guidelines than a conventional loan. So here's the thing. When you call to get qualified for a mortgage, you talk through all these with your lender, because what you don't want to do is change something midstream.
Right. So really you should start the project with coming to you, pick the product, figure out your loan, and then from there, try to find a house. That's where you come to someone like me. We'll try to find a house that then will fit inside of that loan.
And ideally, in a perfect world, and something we certainly strive for, and I think most everybody does, you want your lender and your real estate agent to work closely together, because there are so many people involved in the transaction. And that's another thing that people don't realize, and rightfully so. Because not everybody buys houses every year or every day.
Exactly.
But you've got your agent, and if you're buying, you've got your family involved, but the house that you're buying, they have an agent, and they have a family involved. And then you have title companies which are involved from the get-go, and then you have lenders that are, so it's really a lot more people involved in the transaction than you think.
Right.
And so communication is always key. So anytime that you have a great real estate agent and a great lender and they're working together, the stress of everything will be carried on their shoulders as opposed to yours, because you're already under enough excitement and stress and trying to understand how things are going. So you want that type of relationship.
Most definitely. Yeah, and I think finding a good realtor who already has those relationships built and can say, hey, you know, these are some great options for you. Here's some people that you could go to for this and this and this. Really, I think helps the client be able to pick the best house, the best product as far as you're concerned, the best loan, and make sure that they come out really well in the end.
And here's the goal. The goal is everybody ends with smiley faces.
Exactly.
Everybody is excited. You do not want this purchase and this time in your life that should be full of joy and excitement to be anything less.
No.
And it should be the expectation.
Yeah. And I think you're the embodiment of that. Super excited about it, and passionate about it, and that's great, because then that allows them to see, okay, well, she's the expert, and so I can trust what she's telling me is probably the best thing, you know, and that's huge, because there's some people you can't trust, and then the whole time you're going, oh my gosh, I hope this is exactly what I need.
So the way my team operates, and this is how we look at everything, it is a privilege when somebody lets us help them. It is, because there's tons of mortgage lenders out there, just like there's tons of agents. So it is not to be taken for granted if somebody is trusting you with their private information. And they should be made to feel as special as the transaction is, because there are people behind the transaction. There are people.
Yeah.
It's not a paper thing. It is that's why those conversations early on, like, how long do you plan on staying there? What is your goal for this property?
Right.
You know, you talk about terms, you talk about down payment, you talk about closing costs. Mm-hmm. There's so much more to buying a house than just the down payment. If you're not familiar with those numbers, they can come up and bite you.
Yeah.
You know, and if that's not being communicated with your agent, it may be left out of the contract.
Right.
And the contract's legal.
Yeah.
You know, which is why agents are so very important, because that's where their protection comes in. They are writing a contract to protect their people.
Yes. I think you hit on something big there. There are more people involved in real estate than the average Joe actually realizes. And you and I kind of take that for granted because we see it every single day. And that's what this is all about.
Yes.
We want people to see who all is involved with real estate. And so that's Real Estate Revealed. Here it is.
Well, and the cool thing is, since we're getting on that, I love Real Estate Revealed, and thank you so much for letting me do this, because it's really fun, and it's really fun to get the information out. Because the more people know, the more comfortable they feel, or the more comfortable they feel asking questions that might arise from it. One thing though, talking about all the people involved, and I of course am always going to go back to mortgages, because that's the piece of the puzzle that I have. There's so much involved when you get a mortgage. There's so many more people involved. So for example, you have a contract, your agent's written the contract. Your lender then is going to take that contract and they're going to disclose it. But it works its way through a pipeline. It's not the old days where you go into the bank, and by old days I mean when I was a kid. And you are just the person sitting there, and they're taking care of all of it for you. Right. You know, within the mortgage process, you have a title company to make sure there's no liens on the property that we didn't know about. You have an appraiser who's got to go out because the bank is not going to loan you more money than the house is worth. Yeah. And you've got those schedules you're working around in addition to. If you're getting an inspection done, you're going to work around the inspector's schedule as well. Right. And then within the walls of the mortgage, you've got us going to the IRS because we've got to pull tax transcripts. That takes a couple of days. You know, you can go buy a car for $70,000 and close it out in 4 hours. Right. You cannot buy a home that quickly. There's just too many hands in the pot. And it's all in place for good reason. Exactly. It is all in place for good reason. And it is not necessarily just, can you afford the house? Can you do that? Are you going to pay? Right. It is, you know, are we being financially responsible to protect against laundering money and all kinds of other
tax fraud and all kinds of things.
Fraud and
So, and that segues perfectly into, it's super important, in my opinion, to get a lender that is a real person and not just a program online, because I think a lot of problems I've seen come up when someone goes through and gets they're rate shopping, right?
Yes.
They go online, they say, oh, this is the lowest rate, this is great, and then they get to closing, they're like, holy cow, that was a lot of money at closing, right? Because they didn't talk to somebody.
And I will never talk about any other person's format, but I will brag about the format that we have. And the format we have is all about the people.
Oh, yeah.
And that goes from, I mean, I can pull my phone out right now and call the owner of our company, and she will pick up the phone. And it is about keeping our word, keeping the relationship with the person that is trusting us to lend them money.
Right.
There lies the priority. So I don't sleep at night. And I say that with pride because those things that I am responsible for that are affecting the families that I have the privilege of working with, they are on my mind. That is my job. If I am not thinking about those things and making sure all those checks and balances in my head have gone through, or communicating if anything happens where something has come up unexpected, then I am failing.
Right.
So that's a personal relationship. Now there are other organizations where people will call and they don't require that, or they don't want it, or unfortunately they get to an end part and it's not as fun as it should be.
Right.
But I agree with you. I am in this community and I love this community, and I'm going to bump into you and I want you to hug me.
Yeah.
I'm a hugger.
Yeah.
I want you to, that's how important it is.
Well, Jamie, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been such I am so happy to see this, but I'm also really happy to spend some time with you.
Definitely. Well, thanks. And I'm going to take you back now, and maybe we'll get together again sometime.
Well, and tell Kristen hello.
I will, for sure. All right. Thanks.
Thanks, James.